Nice work, sir. The payoff from Redstone really got us back on our feet.
Why is that Tosh guy aboard?
He wanted to talk to you in person, sir. Something about conducting more business ventures together.
You do any digging on him?
Of course. And he's no pirate. Rumor has it he's a renegade ghost. And until he vanished, he was one of the Dominion's top assassins. Now Manx hates him almost as much as he hates you.
Well, I like this guy already. Just the same, we'd best keep an eye on him.
Yes, sir.
Donnie Vermillion, UNN, your first, last, and only stop for the truth. Tonight, our own Kate Lockwell uncovers a secret shadow war, waged by our brave Dominion ghosts against a ruthless hidden enemy.
Thanks, Donnie. I'm talking live with a specialist in the Dominion. I understand that you and your comrades have been against a group of... What can you tell us about that?
Well, Kate, I'm not allowed to say much, but I can tell you that his allies will not. We expect them very soon.
I think we'll all sleep a little better tonight, knowing our Dominion forces are watching over us. For UNN, I'm Donnie Vermillion.
You ever heard of a guy named Gabriel Tosh?
Only rumors. Way I hear it, he was mixed up in some covert branch of the Ghost program that produced some real scary badasses. Word was, Tosh snapped and went rogue. I'd play it real cool with that kind. He'd cut your throat soon as look at you.
I've dealt with rogue ghosts before. It's the one still working for Manx I got a problem with.
Just out of curiosity, I did some tests on the minerals from Redstone. I thought you should know I found trace quantities of Jorium, a rare crystal with very unique properties.
I'm all ears, Doc. What kind of properties?
Jorium resonates at the same frequency as certain brainwaves. It's been theorized that it could be used to stimulate brain activity or even produce psionic abilities in human subjects.
What the hell does Tosh want that for?
Alright, welcome back to Wings of Liberty. Starting off episode 7, Welcome to the Jungle. Some interesting dialogue with our faithful companions. But more important, research console, we're up to 10 Zerg research points, so we unlock the next tier of projects. Planetary Fortress makes your command center into a badass giant turret. It's unable to lift off and fly around when you do that, though. Or this, which we take, the Perdition turret, which is a flamethrower turret and only targets ground units, but the nice thing is it goes under the ground when it's not in use, so you can move around it, across it with units and everything else. So onto the armory. Our medics and marines are looking good. We're not going to ever upgrade firebats or reapers, so going to spend some money on our turrets and get this hailstorm battery. Hellstorm, rather. Just lets them launch a massive barrage of missiles, and that's super helpful.
Ah, he is the man. We make a good team, me and you.
Why are you here, Tosh? Our business is done unless you got something else for me.
Yeah, I got another job for us on a world called Belshia. Interested?
Maybe. What's in it for me? Piracy ain't exactly my chosen path.
Everyone knows Jim Raynor wants to put the hurt on Mengsk. I can help you with that. I can help you big time.
I'll think about it. For the time being, welcome aboard the Hyperion. We'll talk later.
There's a rare gas on Belshir, the Protoss skull, the breath of creation. They think it be a gift from their gods. We call it Terrazine, and it'd be worth a fortune to the right bidder. Of course those Protoss will kill us if they catch us on their holy ground. Or at least they'll try. Here we go. Much prettier than Redstone, yeah?
I don't much like fighting Protoss if I can avoid it.
Not just any old Protoss. Fanatics called the Tal Darim. They believe the Terrazine is sacred. A gift from the Zelnaga.
If these Tal'Darim bring in their air power, they're gonna hammer us. Swan, get the Goliath schematics loaded at the factory. If their anti-air missiles are still any good, we might just pull this off.
All right, cowboy. I'll get the Goliath schematics loaded so we can build more.
How do we get to the Terrazine?
See those altars? Tal'Darim mystics set them up to collect the Terrazine. We just need to grab it.
Well, our SCVs will be able to haul the Terrazine. We just gotta keep them protected. With any luck, we can pick up what we need before the Tal'Darim find us. All right, let's get to it.
Ah! You scared me! Bad news?
Here are the coordinates for the Terrazine sites, brother. These should make our lives a little easier.
Our SCVs can pick up Terrazine canisters and move them. It'll take them a while to disconnect the canister, so make sure you watch out for them.
Okay, so here we go. Welcome to the jungle. Given the order that I've chosen to do the missions in, this ends up being the first one in which we fight Protoss. So this is going to be new. It's also generally a mission that people do later down the line. I still wasn't able to do the last colony mission. That hasn't become available yet. And because we just did one of the covert missions for Gabriel Tosh, I figured we would just stick with that line until we could go back and do a colony mission and wrap that quest line up. So
SCV ready.
it's tough to do early when you don't have a lot of, special stuff. The
doctor is in.
The Protoss are very difficult to fight. I've started with kind of casting a wide net here, getting an engineering upgrade, building a tech lab, moving my barracks over to make more room, little by little adding supply depots. Instead of doing just one thing, a bunch of it, I'm having to do a bunch of things a little bit at a time and then gradually build up. Now, the kind of mech warrior walker unit you see there, that's the new unit for this mission. It's called a Goliath. And they're very good, especially on this mission. They can target land or air. And I'll use the 3 we start with as much as possible, but I ultimately go Marine Medic.
This land was sacred to the Tal'Darim before Terrans ever reached the stars. You must depart immediately.
Hold on now. We just need some of this gas here, and we'll be long gone before you know it.
No. You shall not defile the breath of creation. Tal'Darim warriors, execute all those who would desecrate our altars.
The Protoss are mobilizing, sir. Looks like they're gonna go after our SCVs when we harvest the Terrazine. I suggest we only harvest one side at a time and run with a heavy escort.
Now you may have noticed I put 2 SCVs with the Goliaths, and that's because they're mechanical units and an SCV can heal them or repair them, which is helpful, but the reason a lot of people don't run mechanical units is because that draws SCVs away from your resource gathering.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
Wonderful. The Tal'Darim are sealing off the Terrazine altar so we can't get at them. If they keep it up, we won't be able to collect enough.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, and you see there that is another thing that makes the mission really hard, is the Protoss will systematically start to seal off these altars, and you see up there in mission objectives, if they seal off 7, then you fail. So you have to get your Terrazine collected before that happens. And you can see on the mini-map the little kind of gray splotches, those are all the various altars. So you have a lot to try to get the gas from, but that gives the Protoss a lot to close off, and then you have to, you know, rush and stop them or you're going to fail. So it's also a race kind of a mission. You have to move really fast.
I've got the first canister on hook, sir. I'll take it to the nearest command center.
Keep your shirt on, Sparky.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
Good job. That's the first canister field.
Big job, huh? Roger. You gonna give me orders? Of course. Go ahead.
Okay, so we've got 1 canister down. We've stopped them from sealing off 2 altars, and we're working on getting the second canister filled. I've got 2 more barracks built, and we're putting reactors on them in order to produce Marines really quickly. And
Upgrade
you know,
complete.
there's second upgrade done, so we're moving along here.
Gotcha.
But don't let me fool you. I had to try this over and over and over again. And what you're seeing is the product of a lot of practice due to many failed attempts.
Go, go, go!
Add-on complete. Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
By the numbers, boys. Orders received.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
Okay, so you saw there, I got kind of lucky and intercepted one of their attack teams on my way back. And then I also picked up the first Protoss relic. That's all it is for bonus objectives to get the research. There are 3 relics throughout the map. You just got to go find them and click on them. So this is, you know, timed pretty well. I'm starting to lose a couple units, but up to this point I had, you know, rehearsed it many times due to failed attempts, so I knew exactly where to go next, kind of thing. Also, you're seeing that in addition to having SCVs come along to help heal the Goliaths and repair them, you need to peel them off in order to, you know, get the gas, the Terrazine gas, and transport it back to your base. So it's another thing that makes the mission hard, is having to have extra SCVs.
You gonna give me orders? Why not?
Now right here, I could have elected to start harvesting
Not enough minerals.
both of these altars at once, and I don't know if I just sort of thought I was doing that and I misclicked and didn't end up doing it, or if I intentionally decided, no, I'm only going to do one at a time. And the latter is definitely possible.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
And the reason is that every time you start to gather, they send a little strike force at you. So if you're gathering 2, they're going to send a double strike force, and I may not have wanted to deal with that all at once. So I just get the 1 canister there. I think I ignore the alert that they're sealing off another altar across the map, and then I go ahead and take the second one where I'm at, and this way just do it one at a time so I don't get overwhelmed.
Number 3 down. You're doing great. Keep it up.
This better be.
Not enough minerals. Transmission.
You shall not steal the breath of creation so easily.
Careful. They're sending their ships to take out your SCVs. Shoot them down quick, or we're finished.
This better be good. You gonna give me orders? Got it.
The doctor is in.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
Standing. Go, go, go! Orders received.
We better send some body bags.
That's over half the canisters you wanted.
Okay, the reason I'm up here is the hardest Protoss relic to get for the bonus objectives in the research is right up here. And that's probably why I decided to ignore the Protoss that are sealing altars over on the left side of the map and to just sort of inch my way up here. You saw I just got the second Protoss relic. And I'll go ahead and grab this canister right there. You see I started an SCV on it since I'm here. And that way just be, you know, a little bit more conservative and not get overwhelmed, which is very easy to do on this mission.
We could use some help here.
The doctor is in.
Gangway.
And also notice these strike forces that are coming at you.
Will do.
The deeper and deeper you get in the mission and the closer and closer you are to completing it,
Sure thing.
those strike forces that they send to attack you while you're collecting get really bigger and bigger and
Base
harder
is
and
under
harder.
attack. Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
By the numbers, boys. Oh, yeah.
The doctor is in.
Roger that. That's
The doctor is in.
by the numbers.
Not enough.
Damn those Tal'Darim. Every altar they shut down sets us back further. You need to get some of your boys out there and stop them.
Okay, again, I passed. I was very close to an altar that they were sealing, and my strike force could have stopped them, but I chose to come all the way back. That was probably a failed attempt right there, where I just got wiped because those enemies, that big, giant, tall Colossus you saw, and that nasty High Templar with the shock storm that kills everything, that could easily just walk through my base and wipe it. So I chose to just let them seal another one and then get back to my base and defend and take the canister I had.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
We could use some help here. Go, go, go!
The doctor is in. is in.
Alright, and that's the power of the Marine medic, and our upgraded medic heals really paying off.
You and your radar sure can walk the walk. We just need one more canister.
I feel ya.
The doctor is in.
Armed and ready. That's fine. Big
The
job.
doctor is in.
This better be good.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
Armed and ready.
Okay, so those big giant colossus,
You got it.
those are really nasty, and we're getting down to the wire here. You know, we only need one more canister, Dev, but they're starting to seal off a lot. There's our last Protoss research, and we're starting to run thin, and these forces they're sending at us are just really starting to overwhelm us, so this is getting tight.
Not enough minerals.
We gotta slow the Tal'Darim down, son. They've sealed off 5 geysers already.
These reckless Terrans must be stopped. Slay them all.
The doctor is in.
What's up?
Not enough minerals.
The doctor is in.
This better be good.
Our SCVs are under attack.
By the numbers, boys.
The doctor is in.
No.
Armed and ready.
But wait, the SCV dropped the canister, Dev. Look at it, it's just sitting there. We gotta go grab it and then we're done.
Warning. The Tal'Darim are sealing off a Terrazine altar.
On you. Big job, huh? Yeah, whatever.
The doctor is in.
Gangway, coming through. I'm on it. Bad news? This better be good.
The doctor is in.
By the numbers, boys.
This ain't good. If the Tal'Darim seal off any more Terrazine, there won't be enough left for us.
Why not? Armed and ready.
The doctor is in.
Got it.
Go, little SCV, go, little
Show
SCV.
who wants
Run,
some.
Forrest, run. All right, close call, Dev, close call.
That's the last canister. I think we've outstayed our welcome, boys.
Okay, so a very tough mission, a lot of fun, good drama at the end there, and due to a lot of failed attempts, one that I had a lot of practice at, and the result was hopefully fun to watch. All right, good stuff. We'll see you in the next episode.